So in this video, we're going to look at how to modify the code we had in the first video to work with double values rather than integers. So I'm going to declare a double value called d here and just set it equal to I. So we'll still be writing the numbers 1 through 10 to a file, but now there'll be double values rather than integers. So we'll just write that, and we need to change this to write double rather than write int, and we'll change this to read double and the type of x to double. I'm going to run this again and it's not going to work. If you see over here, we've got this very weird, very small value. This means 10 to the negative 315th power, which is a very, very small number, close to 0. The problem is that with our seek command here, we're seeking past the first three numbers is still the goal, but when we write out doubles, doubles are not 4 bytes long in Java, they're 8 bytes long. So we're seeking to a place in the file that no longer makes sense because it's not the start of a double value. So we're essentially starting to read right in the middle of the variable, which is not good. So I'm going to change this from 4 to 8, which is the actual size in bytes of a double in Java. When we run this again, we get 4.0, which is what we were hoping for. This is probably the #1 mistake that people make when they work with random access files, is when they seek, they're not factoring in the number of bytes that are in the data types that they're seeking over. Just to drive this point home, let's do this one more time with characters. So I'm going to make a character variable that I'll just call C, and I'll set that equal to lowercase a at first. And then instead of write double, we're going to say write character, and we'll write out the value of C, and then we'll just increase C by 1 each time. And we will change X to a character type and say read character. And again, when we run this, we get the character is question mark, which is not obviously what we wrote. And that's because characters in Java are 2 bytes rather than 8 bytes. So when we change that, we get the character is D, and D is indeed the 4th letter starting from A. So that's the correct value. So the moral of the story is when you work with random access files, make sure that you are cognizant of the size in bytes of the different data types that you're working with.